G'day and welcome back to Sherwood Park Farm for our episode 20 of our 24-day seasons challenge. We are in autumn. We've taken up right where we left off at the last episode. We're still getting the harvest done, so we're going to finalise the harvest on this field. But we've also got to head over to the other field shortly because our other harvester is, what's he at? 73%. So it won't be long and he'll have to be emptied as well. But in the meantime, we'll load this trailer up and we should be able to get going again. I don't think we're going to need to empty him as yet, but we might go do that anyway just to break it up a little bit. So I hope everyone is well. Look, I'm not going to guess when this video is going to be out because I've lost track. So anyway, we're in early autumn, day 2 of autumn. At the moment, it's still supposed to be a sunny day. So hopefully we might get the harvesting and some work done today without any rain. But who knows? The weather could change on us at any time, I suppose. But yeah, so we're keen as mustard because we're harvesting, and it's like I've said before, it seemed to be such a long way off for a long period of time, but we're finally there and we find ourselves quite busy, I think. So this is our first harvest of a barley crop. So we'll start stockpiling our barley reserves and go from there. As I said in the last episode, our reserves of straw and grass are very good at the moment. So so we're looking good on that front. Not that it means that we'll stop by any means, because we do want to keep our biogas and our compost running and get our greenhouses running, which is another job on the list to be done, because I just remembered I haven't yet filled up the greenhouses with water. So even though they're pretty much full of compost and manure, I need to give them the water so they can get started. So we might do that either this episode or maybe the next episode and get that underway, which will give us a bit more of an injection of cash. Not that we sort of need at the moment. We're quite comfortably sitting there with just under 400,000, and we're okay. So 24-day seasons challenge is honestly it's a blast. I can honestly say I'm thoroughly enjoying it. A lot of my solo games, well, actually I say that I actually cheated the other day, I suppose, in a way. I took a copy of the save game file and I loaded it up on another save game file and played through for a few hours in real time, and it was great. I got through to almost the end of autumn. And yes, okay, I might sort of know what's going to be coming up. It's not locked in stone, but yeah, I've sort of got an idea of what may be coming. But I didn't go so far as to see what my winter forecast is. I didn't bring the forecast up because I wanted to keep that a surprise to myself. But yeah, I'm finding that it's drawing me into this more so than doing my other solo play. Like I've got a solo play underway on West Coast and Snetterton's, which was my previous favourite map, which was after Pine Cove was my favourite map. So Stevie has me well and truly sucked into his maps. But yeah, it's just, honestly, I consider it a joy. It's been great fun, and hats off to the guys at Realismus modding and the seasons mods, because guys, it's brilliant. It's and Jerry was right. Grizzly Bear Sims was 100% correct when he said, when he was reviewing the pre-release version, that it's a game changer, and once you've been in it, you won't go back. And yeah, as I said in a previous episode recently, I certainly was looking at the fact that I probably wouldn't do it because I thought it'd be too immersive for me and not what I want to do. I tried it and loving it. 24 days is a long slog, but it's a good challenge. It's good fun. So yeah, we'll see how we go with what we do in the future, but at the moment we'll get this one done and we'll continue on. Now I don't know what's going on. The other harvester must have stopped. because he hasn't gone past 73%. Watching it up in my my glance window up the top left. So I might have to just hyper jump, use my TARDIS to jump over there and find out what's going on. But I might just finish this field first, and then we can go over and see that. Then we can come back over here and get some other things done. So I hope everyone is doing awesomely well. We're doing well here. So today actually I had the wife off to hospital for some review of her ailments and that hospitalised her a month or two back, and her diagnosis, which wasn't great. It wasn't as bad as what it was looking initially, but in any case we're moving along with that, and it's just the follow-up testing and the regular testing she's got to have done. So no, we're all good. She's still sort of battling, but we're getting there. So no, it's all good. So kids are back at school. The dog's still a pain in the bum. But yeah, no. So life here in the Duckzorly household is quite good. Actually, this morning before the kids went to work. Yeah, I've got child labour set. No, I haven't. For Docs or anyone else that's listening, I haven't got child labour set. It's okay. My eldest, my son, he happened to see my truck that Rockhound has done up for me, and he was quite gleeful about that. He said, "Oh, Dad, that's your logo. That's your Duckzorly logo." I said, "Yes, mate, it is." And he goes, "That's cool. I've got to make a logo for myself." And I'm like, "Oh, here we go." So he's just got his Farming Simulator 17 download. I've gifted that to him, and he's got his own Steam login. It's okay, Valve. He's over the age of 13. Trust me. Really? Not. Anyway, so he's got his copy, and he's not allowed to play it during a school week. So he's just itching to get to the weekend and start doing what Dad does. But he sort of said, "Oh, do you think you can do me up one of those trucks for me, and I can have my own?" I kind of like, "Mate, got bad news for you. I didn't do it, and I've certainly got no skill set to do that. So no." He's gone, "Oh, come on, Dad." No, son. As you know, all young kids can be very tenacious and just don't give up. And so then he's gone, "Oh, but Dad, can I start doing YouTubing on your YouTube channel? Like, I can just pretend I'm you." And I had to have a bit of a chuckle. It's the innocence and the naivety of young kids. It's quite funny, but yeah. So he, as I said in the last episode, he's quite enamoured by the fact that I'm just doing anything on YouTube, and he's able to watch it. And he comes in of a morning, he goes, Dad, your new video went up last night." And then I have to, well, I don't have to, because generally I'm going to work rather early, and then the wife has to spend the time convincing him in various ways that he has to get ready for school, instead of sitting down watching his father's YouTube channel. So the modern complexities of a 2017 family have just become a little bit more complicated in our household. So I think the wife uttered something on the lines of "this bloody YouTube thing" the other day, and I don't know if that was actually direct to my YouTubing or whether it was to the kids. But anyway, we'll leave it at that, because I don't want to suffer the wrath of the wife. Happy life, happy wife. Or happy wife, happy life, but more to the point. But anyway, so we well, what am I doing? I don't need to do that. I need to have that out. I need to go get the tractor and load him up. Then we'll go over and see what's going on with the other harvester. Yeah, so it's quite funny with my youngest, and he's asked if he can go on the multiplayer server, because he's seen me on the multiplayer server a couple of weeks back when I was setting it up, and I was explaining to him about how we have multiple people on there, and I'm like, "Son, basically I think I need to make sure you know how to drive, and you can do everything without ruining an entire farm." And, well, mind you, looking at that driving, he's probably not going to do any worse than me before he does that. So but no, it is good fun. So I'm hoping to I might start up sort of like my own little multiplayer server, and I'll do some multiplayer stuff with him. But yeah, it should be some good fun. So a bit of rest and recreation time for us both for things we enjoy doing. All right, so he's finished. So we'll just fold him up. Now what we'll do is we'll go for a bit of a drive, and we'll go the long way in the delivery of this. There's no rain on the forecast at the moment, so we'll head off over to field 25. See what's going on over there with our hired hand. This one hired hand must be Eustace. I did hire a hired hand on one of my games previously, and I found that the old bugger just sat in the tractor and was looking at his phone all day playing games. So maybe by mistake the employment company has sent me Eustace again, and he's just sitting in the tractor, sitting back having a drink and watching YouTube videos. So Eustace, if you're watching this video, get back to work. So we'll go over and just see exactly what's going on over there. In fact, we haven't heard from Eustace for a little while. I might have to go and find out where he is. As I've said previously, Eustace is probably the YouTuber that I look forward to seeing content from most excitedly. Definitely. Quite simply put, his storytelling is look brilliant. If you haven't looked at Eustace Pharmer, and I'm sure virtually everyone that's a subscriber to my channel and watches my channel is aware of Eustace Pharmer, please check him out. Links down below in the comments. Go have a look at some of his Let's Plays where he's in character. It is just golden. He did one. It was early in the piece when I came to Three Dudes, and it involved the police and Duckzorly, and it was a laugh. I seriously lost it when I was watching it because I had no idea it was coming. But yeah, no, his storytelling is. I honestly don't think I've seen, particularly in Farming Simulator 17, I don't think I've seen a storyteller as good as Eustace. And I would like to think I've watched a lot of different YouTubers. Some I've subscribed to, some I haven't. But yeah, he's very, very good at what he does, and it's certainly a dreary week when there's not some content coming out from Eustace. But anyway, as long as he's all fitting well and his family's all good, that's all we care about. So obviously, this guy was not smart enough to turn at a tighter angle, which would be Eustace. Eustace is driving the tractor and the harvester, and he just didn't get the job done. So what we're going to do is we're going to move. We'll close the gate, and we're going to move the header trailer because undoubtedly this will be in a position where it will block him if I was blocking him before. So we'll just move it over here to the side, and he'll be out of the way. So we're getting towards the end of the day, so what I'm going to have to do as well, like I was sort of intimating, is I am going to need to get the straw picked up. So what we'll do is head on over and get our Tri-6 and go and pick up the straw from field 7, and then we'll come over here and pick up the straw that's available from here. Open the gate quickly, now close it again. Alright, and we'll go the long way, we'll go the scenic way back to the farm. Alright, yeah, he can wait. Eustace has already filled up the harvester, now he's woken up, so we'll head back to the farm and get the Tri-6 running. 7 o'clock at night. I also haven't checked my animals. Reefy will be on the case, so will Farmer Klein. So let's have a quick peruse. No, animals are all good. All in the green, 100%. All good for tonight. fact, what we might do, I think this episode's... where are we at? No, we're not. We're only at 15 minutes. Here we go, thinking I was at 30 minutes. All right, we're good to go. Sorry, I'm just going to have another drink. So yeah, so we're good to go. I don't know. Another thing about this game I love is just I don't know. Someone can probably let me know and inform me, but I don't know if it's an inherent part of the game or whether it's part of the map scripts or whatever else. But I mean, the lighting generally is part of the game. I know that, but the lighting and the colours and that come out as you transition from day through to night, and then from pre-sunset or pre-dawn, I mean, through to daylight it's just great. It gives so much atmosphere, I believe, in this game. It is just a really pretty ambient lighting. It is just really enjoyable. And like the amount of glare I got from the windscreen then as I was turning with the sun, the setting sun in the background. It's awesome. It really is. I'm blown away by the look and feel of the game. But hopefully you are as well, and hopefully we'll continue to get updates and all that from Giants, and look forward to what should probably be the next series in Farming Simulator 19. So how far off that is, I don't know. Probably about 2019, but there is some competition coming, so have to lift their game. It'll be interesting to see if they implement seasons as part of the base game for 19, whether they offer to buy the mod off Realismus Modding or whatever else, or the like, or if indeed that we find that things like cattle and crops, which is so far been a bit of a disappointment and certainly not what was led to be believed. I'm an early adopter of that. I did pay for that, although I'm somewhat regretting that now. I'll take the big one out. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then you got Pure Farming 2018, I think, coming out. I think that's coming out early next year. And there was something else, I believe. Tight fit. But anyway, it's a fair bit going on. So yeah, we'll have to see. All right, so we'll go take a shortcut down through. Actually, it's not really a shortcut, is it? Now I think of it. We'll head off down through. So we've got to get this. Actually, that's what I hadn't thought of. We have to get this straw picked up, and again, I'm doing a reefie. We have to get this straw picked up off the field and in the silo by midnight, or else it will start to. Oh, gee, where am I going? This is shocking. See, I'm thinking about what I need to do as in a rush, and I'm just not concentrating. In any case, yeah, we need to. I don't think I'm going to turn this in that space. Shocking. Oh dear. Yeah, this is embarrassing. Right, there'll be a highlight reel come out soon with the worst driving ever by Duckzorly. Yeah, so what I hadn't sort of realised, even though it sort of should have been in the back of my mind, is you have to pick all this straw up prior to midnight and get it in the silo, or else it will degrade. So at midnight, for instance, if I had a full trailer load of, say the trailer takes 100,000 litres, if I had a full trailer of 100,000 litres of straw or grass, at the tick of midnight, it will become 50,000. So yeah, so we need to get all this picked up, and with this combination, I've probably got a good chance of doing that. So we'll just see how we go. Obviously, this field will be the priority because there's more of it on this field, and field 25, although it'll have a little bit, not quite so much. So we'll see how we go. So we'll have more than enough straw by the time we finish this this harvest. I'm sure I might have to stop producing straw actually, and we'll just plough it all in to give us an extra fertilising state for the preparation of the next crop. So I have this horrible feeling that, and again, like I said, even though I played ahead in that save game that I did, I have this really horrible feeling that we're going to get something similar to what Jerry, Grizzly Bear Sims, had on his Old Guy Farmers Challenge in winter, where he had a tumultuous amount of snow. I have this horrible feeling that we're going to be absolutely plastered with snow, to be honest, and that's why I want to make sure I've got plenty of stock of stuff so I can just keep myself busy at the biogas and the composter and all that, because even though I've had a bit of a look, there's not a lot of forestry type stuff to do here, not enough to sort of last us through 24 days of winter for sure. So yeah, it's going to be interesting if we do get a lot of snow, but yes, I'm looking forward to the challenge of that particular aspect of the mod. It's probably, realistically, it's probably the hardest part of running with the seasons mod, apart from the actual time in, like, for instance, waiting for ground temperatures to get to the right level for germination and sowing, although we have proven that you can certainly sow the seeds. The seasons mod doesn't stop you from sowing, but it does just stop the germination. So if you sow your corn early, it won't destroy it, well, not that we've seen, but it won't allow it to start growing until it gets that temperature, which to me is fine. But yeah, but all the time, if you were to wait, and I know, for instance, I'm pretty sure Farmer Klein actually waited to the right temperature for germination for his fields in his 24-day challenge. You basically get right to the point of autumn before you can sow some of your fields, looking at how some of the temperatures have been going. So yeah, so very interesting. But Farmer Klein's more of a technical guy in relation to this. Like, you look at his spreadsheet that he's done for the animals, which is fantastic. Very much theoretical applied as well as actually just gaming. He does a fantastic job, FK. So my hat's off to him. And as I said before, his map reviews are second to none. So keep them coming, FK, as I'll need a new map, so I'm going to have to go through some of your latest videos and see what's out there. Unfortunately, speaking of maps, a lot of them have been, in recent times, nowhere near complete. They've been what people have loosely been calling a beta, and I'm sorry, some of them haven't even been a beta. I wouldn't even call them an alpha in some cases, but it's a shame. You sort of get onto a map, you spend the time downloading it, then it's a dog's breakfast, whether it causes so much lag or you just can't do things are broken, whatever else. Look, I'm not going to sit here and slag modders. I mean, modders are doing stuff that I can't do, so my hat's off to them entirely. But by the same token, really, if you know your product's not finished, I'd tend to ask, for your own sake and everyone else's, hold off on it, finish it, and then put it out. Don't try and put it out in a half-baked beta version. Being a multimedia developer, I do know that sometimes there's a real push to get it out, and you really just want to get it out. But yeah, sometimes it's just better to hold off and put the thing out so it's basically the final product. Sure, it's going to have some kinks and some bugs and some undiscovered problems, but I mean that's all part and parcel of it. We understand that, but I mean I'd really just like to see a little bit more in the way of finished maps. I mean, and you look at, let's have a look, case in point. You look at Stevie's maps, you look at Bullet Bill, Oxygen David, Dusty Dave modding. They're probably the main ones that I've used and looked at, and their maps come out and they are basically fully blown, ready to go, done and dusted, to the point of people then find maybe a couple of little bugs and then they could put out a couple of little patches. It certainly isn't. I mean, I would be very shocked to see any of those guys, for instance, putting out a map that is in any way, shape or form like a beta. I mean, look at Bullet Bill, case in point. I mean, he's put up the console version of West Coast, which he's had nothing but problems with technically. I can't remember what the problem was, but he has got a problem with it. And unfortunately for Bullet Bill, he's got a family that's not well, and he's sort of had to put off the final fix to get West Coast on console, and he doesn't know when he'll get back to that, because obviously family is far more important than doing a game or mods for a game when you've got someone that's in need of medical care and support, family support. But yeah, it's not something you would see those guys put out, and it's just not worth it. I mean, some of those guys get enough basically abuse. Let's not pull punches. They get that much abuse when a map's not put out in time, and or someone thinks something's not working properly. I mean, it's disgusting at times, and they certainly get enough of it. And sometimes you wonder. And I mean, I know Bullet Bill considered pulling the plug at one point last year, just from all the abuse and negative comments and stuff he was getting. Who was the other one? There was another one as well that was looking at pulling the peel, or did pull the plug on me. And yeah, it's got to be difficult. But so yeah, I certainly aren't going to sit here and sort of say, oh, you might have suck and you put out a shit product. It's like there was a mod that Farmer Klein spoke to me some time ago and said, oh, I'd like to see me do this and review it, and I reviewed it. Well, I did the review on it, and basically, because I got to the point where I couldn't really be positive about the mod. I canned the review because as much as the modder obviously made the mod with the best of intentions, and some things just seem to be arse about and just not great. I'm not talking about textures or looks, I'm just talking about functionally. It frustrated the hell out of me, and I thought, no, this isn't good enough. I'm not going to recommend it. It's not something that I would put out there. But by the same token, I'm not gonna publicly put a review up that basically slams the poor bloke or blokes. I can't remember if it was one bloke or a couple of others that collaborated, just because I didn't like what was out there. I mean, look, he may love his own mod. He may have others that like it, but yeah. So I'm very cognizant and aware of the fact of not going to the point of doing that. And look, it probably ties in with my passion and my volunteer work in sport, and the fact that I will never really publicly blast a referee, whether it be in a national game or whatever else. So yeah, okay, I'll make the comment, oh, that refereeing decision was pretty poor, or that referee was a bit dubious in that call, but I won't go to the point of getting to abuse or anything of that sort of nature, because they're people that are volunteering and doing something in their own time, that just don't deserve that abuse, that level of hatred. And I mean, so yeah, so the fact of the modders and referees and that probably sort of is quite a reasonable anecdote to draw, because yeah, neither of them deserve it. So yeah, so that's why I wouldn't put the review up, and as much as I would never go back and touch that mod again, I still respect the fact that the blokes gave it a go. They come up with a concept, they come up with a model, they put it out there, and again, some people may actually use it and like it. I won't, I wouldn't recommend it, so therefore I'll just not touch it, not cover it at all. I think that's the best way to be with that. But anyway, so that's what I have to say. So the maps sort of come into that. So that's why I won't single out a map and say, oh look, this developer of this map sucks because he didn't finish this or whatever else. It's just probably better that we just move along and go to the maps that we enjoy and we do find that are quality in. And that's probably part of the reason why I spend all my time pretty much on Stevie maps, Bullet Bill maps, and Oxygen David and Dusty Dave maps. I mean, they just happen, and there are others. I can't remember the name of the author of Klein-YouTube. I mean, I love Klein-YouTube. That's the Lord of the Grass map. It's a good map, but yeah. So, but anyway, I'm sort of cantering on now, so we'll leave that as it is. So we've got all the store up now. It's just a matter of getting the harvester at home. But I think for now we've done enough for tonight for this episode, and so what we'll do is we'll call it there. So again, please hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, press the subscribe button so you get alerted, and make sure you press that little bell button so you get advised as to when there's a new video up on the channel, and come and join me in Discord. Like I said, I mean, I'm more than happy to catch up with some guys there, and guys and girls, and chew the fat, so to speak. But apart from that, I hope you have a good night and a good day. Look after your family. Make sure that's nice, happy, well looked after. And I will see you again very soon in the next episode on Sherwood Park Farm. I'm Duckzorly, and this is Duckzorly Gaming on Sherwood Park Farm. And until next time, I'll catch you all later. Bye.